Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Chris from Vapor-Tokers. I just wanted to make this updated video on the Fatty Kit, just so that you know what you get with the new Fatty Kit version that we offer now on the website and in the shop. So basically, the Fatty Kit now is a lot simpler. This is generally what you get: 2 batteries, the charger, and the wall adapter. And now the Hydra Atomizer is basically what most people get, but you have the options of making using a tube tankomizer or a Hydra, but the Hydras are actually better than the tube tanks. Each battery is a variable voltage battery, adjustable from 3.2, 3.7 to 4.2 settings. One is 1,000 mAh, one is a 700 mAh. They're both USB charged from the base, and you get the USB chargeable retractable charger cord here, which is really nice, and it plugs into the wall charger, which is pretty simple to use, self-explanatory. Just plug it in the wall and plug the USB into the back of the charger there. But that's basically what you get with the kit. Real quick, I'll go over the batteries. So again, they're variable voltage. We preset them to the higher setting of 4.2 volts, but to change them, basically you cycle through all the modes with the push button. So you just press the button 5 times fast, and then it'll change modes. So basically red is the 3.2 setting or a low setting. Press it 5 times fast, then it changes to a purple color or a red and blue mixture. That's the 3.7, which is what most batteries are. They're not variable voltage. And then if you press it again 5 times fast, it'll cycle to a totally blue light, which was the 4.2 or the higher setting. Most of the customers that get it will use it at the 4.2, which is the higher setting, and it works well at the Hydra Atomizer as well as the other atomizers, just to give you a little bit more kick in your vapor. To charge it, basically you just unscrew the back, like a lot of the batteries nowadays. Then you got the USB plug in there. Whenever you're not charging, please put the cap back on to protect the charging port back here. So it's basically like an old Motorola USB plug you would see with like the older phones, like the Razr phones or things like that, Blackberries. Then you have the retractable cord, which is really nice. Then you can use this USB portion into the wall adapter to charge it in the wall, which is what we recommend. Or you can use any pretty much any USB block, like for your cell phone or iPhone or your computer. Just keep in mind, if you use your computer, sometimes the port shuts off and then it won't finish charging. When you plug it in, there's actually a red light on the back of the battery that lights up, and it stays there until it's done charging. It's also a pass-through battery, so you can actually leave it in your computer, extend the cord out, and actually keep vaping it while it's charging. So you can use it as a pass-through also, besides just charging it. So it's usable while it's charging. And then when you're done charging it, the light will go out on the base where you plug the charger in. It'll go out, and that's how you know it's done. And so you get, then again, so you get a 1,000 mAh battery and also a 700 mAh battery. And this is the atomizer most people will get. It's the baseline atomizer now. It's the Hydra. A lot of atomizers out there look like it. A lot of the atomizers out there are very similar nowadays. Everybody's gone away from the cotton fills and cartridges to just cartomizers, clearomizers, tankomizers, whatever you want to call them. But they're basically all in one. And that just screws directly to the battery. If you have an old Fatty Kit, they also screw to those batteries too. And you just screw it on until it's nice and snug. And that's basically how it works that way. To fill it, it's pretty simple. It doesn't take very long. You unscrew the cap, which is a mouthpiece. There's threads, so there's 2 threads. You unscrew it a little bit, wiggle it out. There's actually an O-ring on there that you don't want to lose. When you look into the atomizer, you'll see a little tube in there. That's where the vapor comes out, and you don't want to get any liquid in there. It kind of goes, it'll come right out the bottom if that happens. That's basically your airflow and where the vapor comes out. So to fill it, all you're really going to do, you don't even need to take it off the battery to fill it, but I just took it off in this case just to show you. You're just going to tilt it slightly to the side, and then put your bottle and lean it against the sidewall, and then you're just gonna squeeze the juice in nice and slow. Just kind of squeeze it, kind of pulse squeeze it a little bit, because you don't want it to overfill on the top and then drip down in that single tube. So as you're just filling it down the side, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just going right down the side and not in the middle. There is actually a scale on the side of the tube, but really, basically you can fill it to where that the inner white cap that's inside, that little white cap in there. Basically, I fill it to the bottom of that, to the base of that, which is where the coil or the wicks go into the burner. And that's really all you got to do to fill it. Put the cap back on. Don't over tighten it. Just screw it to the thread stop. Once it stops, it's tight enough. You don't want to over tighten these things. Screw it onto the battery so that it's nice and snug. You don't need to make it tight either. Just finger tight, you know, until there's resistance and it's not wiggling. That's good enough. You don't really want to screw them down tight. And it's ready to go. Some things about this, just a gee whiz and safety things. It's okay to put it in your pocket. Just keep in mind, if you're going to sit down or bend over or things like that, just remember it's in your pocket, and either move it to the side or take it out so that way you don't bend it in the middle. A lot of people have that kind of things happening where they're bending it when they're sitting down and stuff, and what it does is it starts to loosen the seal between the glass and the ring, and then it can like get loose, and then you have to kind of snap it back into place, and then it could leak around that area too. So you want to just watch out for that. Really, the best thing to do would be to just unscrew it off the battery and put it in your pocket with the battery, or use a case or a lanyard. Let's see what else is up with this thing. That's pretty much it for the Fatty Kit, but now that's what you get. Basically, the differences are now we got variable voltage batteries, base charges, pass-throughs, both of them, so you can use them while they're charging. 1000 mAh, 1700 mAh, and the new Hydra Atomizer. But that's what you get in the Fatty Kit.